Testing, testing. Why they probably wouldn't ever in a million years ever try and punk me like they did Trump at those different Trump rallies where the musicians, Aerosmith and these other fuckers told them they couldn't use their fucking music and shit like that. Those cocksuckers. I dare you, Aerosmith. Tell me not to fucking play Aerosmith or fucking something else on here. Do it. Do it. Do something cockamamie like that, like you did with Trump there, with me, with the real fucking American in real America. Fucking will truly hate you. You will put yourself in a very awkward, maybe precarious, maybe use that word for that area with Americans. Fucking dicking around with somebody who should be way more popular than Hillary Clinton. And as far as Cruz and all the rest of those other people, they didn't win. So obviously, Trump is more popular with all of us than them. And I've been a registered Republican ever since I've registered to vote. So it's been 21 years I have been a registered Republican and in that party. So that party was facing was facing people like myself and other people that make up a huge majority out here going to a third party or wherever Trump was going to go. We were going to follow him. We weren't going to, how I said it before, as I said, I was going to try my best not to talk shit. I was going to listen and put my ear to the wall or whatever you say and try to peep in like, hey, you do. You're not the chief. You're not the top guy yet, or maybe never, but still you want to do your part for what you believe in. So I'm peeping in and I'm listening and I'm trying to listen more to what Trump had to say than what anybody else had to say. So if he said we're gonna be in this party, then I would have went and I would have jumped ship off of the Republican Party ship and it would have went. Whew, it would have sunk to a little tiny little boat. The Republican Party would have. They would have lost so many people on that if they would have. I'm gonna swear. I have to with my expressions. If they would have dicked Trump over around like that and made him lose whenever he obviously had me and every other people like him and listening to him, then they would have their party margin would have went shoot, and we would have all listened, put our feet or ear to the wall, and we would have went wherever Trump went. And that party, whatever independent or whatever he would have went into, would have wound up the majority party in your third party for the first time ever. I guess in American history, you would have seen history being made on an unprecedented scale, and then the liberal media, Democrat douches, wouldn't be able to control everything like that anymore, um, because it would break up so many different things if a historical monument was made in America and they had a third party rise up to take over and oversee and kind of pretty much more or less defeat the other two parties, the Republican Party and the Democrat Party. I don't even know how they have so many people not jumping ship on the Democrat Party whenever they talk about doing all this stuff and this and that. And Trump's tax plan, from what I understand, is just like what they said they wanted to do, but I don't think he's going to abuse, uh, the system and waste a bunch of money like the liberals did. And also I have to encourage them into getting a budget done right away. Even though Obama didn't do one, by doing a budget, as soon as you get in there and do a budget, you can fix it, and you can possibly wipe $6 trillion off of our debt immediately just by going in there and doing a few things that obviously President Obama or any other Democrat politician for that matter, maybe unless they were a governor, is not qualified to handle because obviously they don't know how to um, go in there. So they should really be barred from doing business like that. So, anyways, uh, Trump's um, Trump's tax plan. How could any liberal Democrat be anti-Trump when he holds the true tax plan? Right? You know what I'm saying? So the as you get more rich in your income as you go, his tax proposal taxes those people more. When it taxes people who are on a lower level income less, a lot less. So we try to preach more of lowering taxes and not taxing people more on this station. The Real American Network would only be guilty of coming on here and telling people about how when we were in a depression before, the government already knows all this stuff and has every statistic in the world to show that Obama knows what he's doing, or at least he's incompetent, or doesn't care that he's incompetent, but he's doing something that's already been done to make us go into like a Great Depression, which is an attack on society. So it takes away your individual liberties, are to say, I'm an American. If you're from Mexico, you're going to say, I'm Mexican. If you're proud of where you're from. But with these globalist people, I just want to say real quick, they're going to take away your inspiration and your feeling for nationalism. They're going to take that away and your countries, your deed and all that. Respectably, they're going to take that away, and then what are we going to say? I'm a worldalist, or I'm a world, world of what? I don't even know what you call somebody who is just in one global system and not actual American anymore. I think they still have to call you whatever country that you're from. So, anyways, we do only talk about lowering taxes, and that we already have every example in the world to go on, and that they proved already before in history. Go watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off on Hulu. It's on Hulu. We'll listen to the teacher Ben Stein interviews on there. If you don't already know this, if you know this, then whatever. I got somebody mocked me the other day. My dad, he's funny. So mocking me about it. Because I was telling him, well, Ben Stein explained exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I tried one of the first people. I never got one interview really with anybody. I've talked to a couple people on here that came on to the chat. Um, but I tried to post up an interview on one of my videos of Ben Stein, and I never got a. I got a like a reply, but um, he would have to do it like pro bono because I don't have, this is low budget, obviously, low budget stuff. It's done very technical. Like everybody's kind of up to technical par, I would say, in their own lives. So that's the reason why I'm having this ability, but it is very low budget, these videos. So you get what you put into, and my work, my knowledge, or whatever this and that, and plus is a monetary, substance or whatever. What I'm trying to achieve here. What's my actual goal? Is it something that is money later, or is it something now in particular? I just wanted to have people know that I'm aware of certain things, and I just want you to be aware of them. So it's a low budget video, but if you bear with me here, you can probably benefit on some things that are crucial that you would have probably have never have known unless you know that before. So go watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off whenever his teacher Ben Stein was sitting there putting everybody to sleep and they were drooling. That is when America pulled its head out of its ass, so to speak, and everybody went back to work and did great things, but also America wasn't guilty of the World War, of the World Wars. So they let somebody else start the war, which Bush did a good job of conducting a war, but not allowing it to turn and blow up into a world war. So I think George Bush is highly intelligent. That you see incompetent people like Obama in there, and you're heading right towards World War Three, World War Four, World War Five, like they said, right? We're running towards that. So, anyways, big differences. So Trump holds their tax plan. So what they would say, what I would think typically would be a Democrat um, candidate coming out here and trying to spew this and that. They're spilling, all this rhetoric. They're telling you what they're gonna do. They're holding your interest, so they're talking more special interest or whatever. But this guy, he wants to do their plan to tax to get America back on track again. So it's not abusing that. The abuse has been there. So we've already seen the abuses, um, and they strict. I mean, Democrats are strict. Let's break the economy, and they've already had an example of our economy breaking, and that it isn't quite exactly how they specify that it is. All that they are doing is really making all of us suffer more, or different people lose their jobs, or people have to take pay cuts left and right, but yet stuff's more expensive to buy when people have a lesser income, or whatever Democrats' objective is or goal they're trying to reach, but they're not business people, and they're not typical people that can walk away from the government and run a business and be satisfied living amongst all of us. Where all of us, I think any of us are also a hypocrite if we talk smack about Trump, because, I've heard mild stuff about Trump, nothing like some of the shit that them in the media have made up against the guy. So I'm not totally I'm not totally 100% for that, but I guess it makes sense. You would tax people who make more of an income more, and people who make less of an income less. So, um, way to go, Trump. Good for him for making that point, and pointing that out, and doing a couple of things that I think that only the Democrats would take for granted, when they would use and abuse in an abusive way against us. So thanks, Trump, and go Trump.